Feeling Sweet is a 4-year-old pacing mare competing here at Harrington Raceway in our top class for local females. But she became nationally recognized when she graced the cover of Youth Beats magazine, a countrywide publication for kids who are interested in and want to know more about harness racing. The article was written by Skylar Kraft and described the progress Feeling Sweet has made since being purchased at the Lexington sale by George and Tina Dennis, and then shipping to Delaware to the Joe Columbo stable, where she learned the ropes as a racehorse and began her career.
A little bit of a lightly raced 2-year-old, and then as a 3-year-old, she did real well in the beginning of the season at Dover in the non-winners classes. Later in the season, she was in Jersey Fun races. She'd win 2 of the legs, but she only finished 4th in the final. She was a little sick that day. I think she ended the season with like right over 70,000 and market 52. Early in her 3-year-old season at Dover, she's doing pretty well in the non-winners classes coming up, and how we acquired her, and you know, from get-go, she's always been here since the sale as a yearling.
After earning just shy of $100,000 total during her freshman and sophomore campaigns, the daughter of Sweet Lou proved her yearling price of just $20 grand was certainly worth the investment. Now in 2021, she's rolled right into her 4-year-old season and has continued to progress and up her bankroll.
She's really coming into herself. I mean, she's not the biggest mare. She's actually kind of small, but I mean, if things go the right way, she's got a little bit of speed to her, and she can hold her own against better mares.
I personally always thought she was going to be a nice filly. One thing I know that the stable does with her is we take our time with our 2-year-olds. They really don't look too fancy as 2-year-olds, and as the 3-year-old years progresses, they get really strong, and the 3-year-old turn into 4, which she's done clearly, and a few other horses in the barn.
During this Harrington Raceway spring meet, she's been competing in the top class for females, the Fillies and Mares Open Pace. With driver Mike Cole, Feeling Sweet recently picked up a victory in 153-4 and did it in bombs away fashion, as she paid $84.20 to win to her supporters.
3/4, 124-2, racing around the final turn. They near the top of the stretch now, and the lead belongs to Scrolla Hanover, and it's a short lead over She's Pucka. Feeling Sweet coming on the far outside, coming through the stretch. Feeling Sweet out in the center of the track, gets the lead. Down toward the inside is Infinite Symbol. Feeling Sweet pulls away. Feeling Sweet.
She raced really well that night. Obviously, she won. The week before, I thought she was even just as good the week before, and she sat in a 2-hole then, and the horse in the front stopped. The night that she won, it was a dream trip. You know, the horse in the front raced pretty good. If I remember correctly, Tony Morgan drove She's Puka, come up first over pretty hard, and we got a dream trip. Luckily slipped out up the backside right behind him, tipped 3 wide off the top of the stretch, and she paced on home and got the win.
She beat some pretty good mares. I didn't think she should have been 40-1, but she got the right trip, and it ended up she hit the line first.
So we know she's been a sweet win payoff for her supporters, a sweet purchase for owners George and Tina Dennis. But how sweet has she been for trainer Joe Columbo and driver Mike Cole?
She has her moments where she's a little fickle, just like any female, but she's not bad to be around. She can be a little sassy. She actually hates to get her tongue tie put on. You actually have to put it on the wrong side for whatever reason. She's way more comfortable that way. Sometimes her earplugs, she don't really like those.
You know, she's a funny mare. She's very quick, but you can't turn her head loose too much because she will run on you, which she's done with me a few times in the races, as you can see if you look at her lines. She can leave really fast, but if you grab into her a little too much, she'll throw her head and make a break. So she's really soft-mouthed. But we always knew she'd be fast and grow into herself. I told George that from day one, that she was the fastest Sweet Lou filly we had for that year.
So whether or not she's living up to the name Feeling Sweet, well, apparently the jury is still out on that. But one thing for sure is that the 4-legged Delaware resident is feeling famous thanks to her cover girl looks.